Welcome back, guys. It's Kids Cooking Playground here, and today we're back for another video on Scratch. And today we'll be making a Lunar New Year game project because it is almost Lunar New Year. Lunar New Year is on January 22nd, 2023. Yep. So this is our game for Lunar New Year, and there's some music that's a little bit loud. So we have some music, and this Lunar New Year, it is a rabbit, so we use the rabbit for this project, and basically there's this wooden barricade that slides up and down in a random position, and you have to try to get the red envelopes, which would basically have money inside. So the purpose of the game is try to get these without hitting the barricade and losing all of your lives. So let's try. So you see I got a red envelope over there. It makes a little sound. It goes somewhere random on this section, but it might have been a little bit close. Oh, if I hit the barricade, there was a stunned rabbit, and I lost a life. But I have 1 money right now. So I can do that again, and get another one, and then now the envelope's at a different place, and your objective is try to get a high score for this project. And if you lose all your lives on the barricade, the game ends, and it says game over. So that is our game that we have today. So we started our new game, and now we're gonna load all our sprites. So Scratch has a sprite called Hare, which is our rabbit that we're basically using. Hare's rabbit, same thing. So we have our hare over here, and you might have noticed from our demo that we had 2 hares because so it's in like an infinite loop. There's another hare that's right behind that goes in front. So to do that, we'll have to select that group, then Control-C, Control-V, and put it somewhere in the neighborhood behind the hare. So now we have that finished. So that's just the representation hare. And now we get another hare, and we can just rename this hare to the dashing hare, because this hare will be dashing. It's the clone, basically, and it's the one that tries to get the envelopes. And so we have to get some stars. So just to make the stunned version of the rabbit. So we're going to do that. Group, Control-C, go to the dashing hare, Control-V, 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 and get 3 of them. But we might have to shrink it because it is quite large. So we're going to put it like that. Like that. Like that. So yay, we got our 3 stars for our stunned rabbit, and we still have these 2 costumes which are basically running hares. So, and we have our dashing hare. Now we are going to add our red envelope. There's no red envelope sprite on Scratch, sadly, so we have to get our own from online. You can get it from online, or just come to my project Gumball098. No, just come to my profile, it's Gumball098. And I will have a project up there that is this game, and you can get this red envelope, just export it, or you can go online, find your own, or use carrots if you do not want to use red envelopes. And we have our barricade, which basically blocks it, and we drew this by ourselves, and our game over text. So that is all of our sprites in this project. So let's start out and get the backdrop. So now we're going to drag in our backdrop for this project, so it's just a hayfield. And we have our very custom-made backdrop. So we're going to make a quick representation on how to make this backdrop. So you click choose a backdrop, and we chose the hayfield. And this looks very different from the other one, but this is what we did. So first we converted to bitmap, and then we took a large portion of that place, Control-C, Control-V, and move it a little bit more up. So then we make sure the hare is not floating in the sky. So we just do this, repeat, and as needed until you basically cover the whole entire place with hay. So that's a lot of hay. So you have all your hay over here, and this is basically our backdrop. And you might have noticed on our other hayfield that we have also added flowers, and we also have grasshoppers, which are available in the sprite library. And our flowers are just pretty easy to draw, or you can just, we have some projects that you can find with flowers in them. And before you duplicate any grasshoppers or any of that, you have to get to your backdrop, and from bitmap, you convert back to vector. And then you can use this and then get any sprite you want. So let's just get a grasshopper, and we can just go to the costumes and duplicate it to our backdrop. You can use any costume you want, and basically just add it to your backdrop, shrink it a little bit, group it, and yeah, basically add some decoration to your project. And we're now going to delete our backdrop and our grasshopper right there. So I have our whole entire thing set up. So now we're going to get onto the wooden barricade and teach you how to draw it. So this part, you can draw this pretty simply just by creating, so let's just make a new costume. So Control V. So that's just a rectangle. If you ungroup that, I'm going to split that apart. That's just a reshaped rectangle, and the top is a square. So let's just, those are the colors, and we have a little rectangle over here, and then just reshape it a little bit, and you have basically a cylinder, more like, maybe. And for the little cone you have up there, you have to get these colors, or you can use other colors if you want. Make a square, no outline. Then you click the reshape tool, click one of the corners, delete, move that one to the top, and then you have basically your little cone over here, which you can add to your cylinder. So now we have that. You group it, and then you can Control C, Control V, and copy paste as needed. Or you can just come to my sprite, or increase some size, and you can come to my project, Gumball 098, and just duplicate my wooden barricade I will have shared up and for you. And we also have some extra logs, so that's just a oopsies, so that's just a rectangle like that. So we're just gonna ungroup that for you. Just a rectangle, kind of reshaped, and a circle, and a lighter circle. So that's basically our wooden log for group it, and then we can just, that's our basically our added decoration for the barricade. Just make that go to the back, and you basically have already built your barricade. So just add another log if you want, and yeah, pretty cool barricade. Yep. So, yep. So this is how you draw your barricade, and pretty simple. And we're gonna delete that. We're just gonna use our old one. Okay, so we might move this one to the back because it just looks better with contrast with others. So now we will be starting our code, and we're going to the hare first. So when the green flag is clicked, we can do everything for the hare first. Set rotation style left, right, just in case if it doesn't flip and all that crazy stuff that might happen. And then switch costume to hare A, which is the standing hare, which looks like that, because we already added another rabbit to there. And then we're going to go to a certain position, so let's just go to here, and go forever. We're going to go to X, -176, so that's where we are, and Y, mouse Y. So that's just basically, so it's just going to go up and down with your mouse. And if then, so we need if then right real quick, if then mouse down, so if you click, then switch costume to hare B, which is for this one. Please put that back here. And broadcast dash forward. Dash forward. now we have that. We wait 0.2 seconds and switch costume back to Hare A. Act like nothing happened, and there's a new hare for us to use. And then we have another green flag. So when the green flag is clicked, so we will create two new variables. First, money. So that's just collecting your money. So we're going to set money to 0 because you don't start with any money. And then lives. And then set lives to 3. You can add more or less if you want to make it more challenging or easier. And then we will go to control, get a forever loop. And then if then, you need an or. So if then lives are equal to 0, lives are equal to 0, like, or lives are less than 0, then it will broadcast game over. Basically, you lost all your lives and you need to restart. So we are done with the hare. So now we're going to move on to the dashing hare. So when the green flag is clicked, zoom in a little bit, it's going to hide because we just want the regular hare to show in the beginning, not the dashing one. And then when I receive dash forward, which is the broadcast that we receive from the hare, to move, and then we will create clone of myself. And then when I start as a clone, we'll set rotation style. Where is that? Left, right, and then go to hare. So it will just go to the hare when it starts out, and then it will show. And then it'll start sound gallop. So we might have to get that from the sprite library. Yep, perfect. Have our gallop. Oh yeah, and we thought it was a little long, so we increased the gallop speed and made it faster. It's because it's just better, it just fits in more with the project. So we're gonna actually start sound gallop, and we're gonna have repeat until, I'll explain this in a minute. Repeat until, you need an or. Repeat until touching red envelope, or envelope, whatever you call it. Touching red envelope. So basically the rabbit will disappear when it touches the red envelope. Or, need a greater sign. Where's the greater sign? Yeah, there we go. So, or the X position is greater than 225. Basically, if it reaches this end, it will disappear. Basically, the X position of 225, back here. And we cannot use, and then it'll move 15 steps. We cannot use touching edge because you can drag your rabbit all the way up to the edge, and we do not want it to disappear and stuff. So, and then you need a if then touching wooden barricade, oopsies, wooden barricade, it will stop other scripts in the sprite. So stop other scripts in the sprite, and it will switch costume to Hare A, which is the stunned one. So basically, if you hit the wooden barricade, it will be a stunned rabbit. And wait 0.2 seconds. And delete this clone. And then delete this clone. So now we have another thing to use. So I'm going to zoom out real quick. See if you can copy down this code. Feel free to pause. And then we're going to put, when I start as a clone, it'll go to the front layer. I'm going to have to move that soon. Go to the front layer. And then switch costume to Hare B. This one. So it's basically running. And then we have to repeat until, move a little bit over here. Repeat until you need an or again. So we're going to repeat until and use this over here and put that in here. Oops. Put that in here. And then we're going to go switch costume to Hare B and wait 0.1 seconds. And then switch costume to Hare C. So it's basically galloping back and forth between these two. And you might ask, why don't I just put that 0.1 seconds over here? Why don't I just put that over here? So weights do block the other scripts in the sprite because of the small weight. So that is not going to be good. So you have to make it a different, separate place. And now we have that done with. We are done with the Hare. So I'm going to try to group up these code if you can see it. So feel free to pause right here. Oh, not here, here. So yeah, basically all the code for the dashing Hare. So now we're moving on to the red envelope. So when the green flag is clicked, we will go to this position. You can do whatever position it starts out with. You'll go forever, show, go to, and you need this one. Go to X210, which is over here. So that's the 210X. And then Y, so it would just pick random from negative 135Y all the way down here to positive 135Y all the way up there. So it has a lot of differences in where the envelope is going to be. And then we're going to put wait until touching dashing here. Touching dashing Hare. So just wait until it gets touched, and then it will change the money by pick random 1 to 10. Cool. And now we're gonna play a quick sound, a coin sound. Pretty sure you can find this in the Sprite library. It's just right there, and it's just a quick little coin sound. So we will use play sound, coin, until done, and then hide, then wait 0.2 seconds. So, yep, feel free to pause right here. And we'll be moving on to the wooden barricade. And so when the green flag is clicked, oopsies. I don't know why it always zooms out like that. When the green flag is clicked, we'll go to whatever position you wanted to start out at. Probably going to make it start out over here because that looks like a little too far. And then let's actually make, yeah, I think that's good. Maybe up here. Doesn't really matter, but let's just put it over here. And then go forever. It'll glide. Use this one. Glide 0.5 seconds to, okay, so I'm going to make it glide 0.5 seconds to X100. Make this one 102, so just matching. And Y, pick random, negative 180, all the way to the bottom, all the way to positive 180, all the way to the top. And we're gonna wait, pick random, 0.5 to 1 second before it starts moving again. And then after that, we will have when the green flag is clicked, we'll go forever. And then if it's touching the dashing Hare, then it will change lives by -1. Basically losing a life. And wait 0.5 seconds. So we're going to zoom out one, and feel free to pause right here. And now we'll be going to the text. This one's pretty simple. When the green flag is clicked, it'll go to the middle and it'll hide, because you don't lose the game in the beginning. And then when I receive game over, it will go to the front layer in front of everything, show, and then stop all. Now we're done with that. We can move on to the backdrop, our final one. And then when the green flag is clicked, oopsies. Green flag is clicked. Okay, so now I'll be uploading a sound so that we can use. So I'm going to use this one. And we have that. And that's basically the sound I'll be using for this project. You can use whatever from the Sprite library or whatever you want. And we can set volume to 25% and go forever and play sound Chinese Happy New Year until done. So we have that done and finished. So now we're gonna drag the money down, same with the live, so it is not interfering with the rabbit as much. So I found a really big bug inside the game, and I'm just here to tell you that. So when I coded this in the wooden barricade, this is incorrect, and we might have to trash all of that and instead go to the Hare and instead change the lives back here. So it's actually working, because like it wasn't working because when it touched the thing, sometimes it lost lives, but sometimes it didn't. So now it should guarantee a loss of lives. So let's just try it out. My lives are losing, so that's perfect. And game over. So the game should work now. So let's just test out the whole entire game. So we have our money, and let's just try to get the money. And yeah. Oopsies, I missed. Okay. And yeah. Oops. There we go. So yeah. This is basically our game that we made today. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below what project you want next. And if you do celebrate Lunar New Year, please share with us. That is very cool. So yeah, have a great day. See you guys next time.